Hi you guys, welcome back. So in today's quick tip video, got two tips for the price of one, mainly because this first tip isn't very long. These weird triangular sections excuse me, that we get in the warehouse walls tab and in the barn tabs, I've seen them used and I've used them as like archways and creating different sections in a building, but they're a bit weird on sort of their snapping points and things, which they look good used as archways and things, but I've always thought that maybe they should be used specifically for something else. And I think I've found what they should actually be used for. So if we come up here, as you can see, I've done a sort of rectangular like building with the entranceway on the front. Normally do either a roof like that, which looks alright, but it still looks as though the front is separated from the building. Also, you might just put a flat roof on there, which again it looks alright, but it still looks as though the front of the building is separate to the rest of the building. So I was playing around with them triangular bits, and I came up with this. So take the middle roof bit out, and then on the top of the entranceway just snap two half walls in, and then get your weird triangle pieces, and snap them either side. Take them away. Now you can either put the angled roof back in, which it will go back in. You might just have to fiddle around with it. A bit. Or change the angle at which you're looking at it. And then go back up the top, and then put your angled roof on the front. And then to cover that gap, you can put in one of them sections, the roof platforms, which it just makes it look as though the front of the building is attached, and it looks as though they are them triangle pieces. That's what they should actually be used for. Also, another way of doing it is to take this middle roof section out and just replace it with your flat roof. Which then it gives you something that looks like that, and it just looks as though the entrance is part of the main building. So the second tip for today is some windows for when you're using wooden walls to build a shack, because obviously we haven't got windows really within the wooden tab. First off, what you'll need is one of these half shack walls that are in the unlock settlement objects mod. They don't clip to the edge of the foundation, so it is just manual placing them, unfortunately. So you want to just like line it up as best that you can along the edge. Like that. Next up, you'll need a glass window, which is out of the warehouse wall tabs, and a concrete pillar. Now all I'm doing is, you can use place anywhere, but I find that when you use that you lose the green glow around the edge, which makes these a bit harder to place. But all I'm doing with the concrete pillar is putting it close to the object, sinking it in the ground, and then holding X to select all. Now you can't do it this side because the wooden foundations won't let you sink the concrete pillars in, so you need to make sure that you've got room around the outside to be able to move it about. All I'm doing is sliding it in, and I want to try and get the that middle wooden beam in the glass window, try and get that level with the top of this wooden half wall that we've just put in. Use L2 and R2 to rotate it, L1 and X if you need to move it up or down slightly. You want to try and get it as close as you can, so sort of like that is ideal, and then obviously just press X to place it. If you've got the bottom half of the glass is showing this side, then what you can do is just get another one of these half walls, and it will just let you slide it in and cover it up if you can see any of the glass. Then what you want to do is get your concrete pillar again and get another one of the half wall sections. Now this time, because of the height, we're going to need 2 concrete pillars, so what you need to do is put your concrete pillar in front, hold X to select all, press L1, hold L1 and X, and use the left analog stick to lift it up, and then just X to place. Select the concrete pillar again without moving it, and hold L1 and X and lower it as far as it will go in the ground, and then just place it again. Get your second concrete pillar and put it on top. Now this bottom concrete pillar, you want to select that just on its own by pressing X and then cancel, because if you hold X to select now, that will jump up and then you won't be able to lower it up or down. That just stops it from doing that. Then hold X on that concrete pillar, and once again you're going to use R2 and L2 to rotate it, L1 and X to move it into place. Now I find it a bit awkward doing it from this angle, so what I tend to do is still have the concrete pillar out on the outside, but I stand inside the building so that I can then see if it's lined up a bit better. if you need to see up a bit further, just move the right analog stick up and then L1 and X to bring the wood wall down. And then there you go, it's a wooden window for in your shack builds, instead of just having wooden walls. And then all you can do is just connect the floors on top, and it gives you a window. Admittedly, looking at that now, that could have done with the window being moved over slightly, but that's all things that you can adjust if you're not quite happy with the positioning of it. But yeah, so I hope you enjoyed this tip and you find it useful and that you use it in your builds. As far as I'm aware, no one else has done this before, but if they have, then I'm not stealing it from you, I just wasn't aware that you'd done it, otherwise I would have given you credit for it. But anyway, yeah, there you go guys, and don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll speak to you all again soon. Thanks guys.